venerable members of Mahasangha, Kalinga Mahatma and Chamali Nona and their beloved son, and all the friends and relatives who are here attending this event. With good intentions, you have just finished a big dhāna ceremony to transfer merits to your departed parents and also to the parents of whoever here is here who have said goodbye to us in your lives. What I am going to share will be important to this son. This morning I saw Bhante Sarnapala has posted in Facebook that we should follow your heart and also take your brain with you. So I know this one girl, she lives in Illinois. She's, I don't know how old you are, but she's 13 years old. She has a habit of watching games on a big screen. And very recently, her mom called me and said she has developed a spine problem. Her spine is crooked, and now her mom has to hire a very special physical trainer and pay so much money to correct her spine. So, and she also has another problem, that this little girl, she's only 13, her eyesight is bad. And she also has another problem, that is that she forgets to eat, so she's so skinny. So all this happened during the pandemic, because all the schooling and everything was happening on a small screen. And so children were given a cell phone, so they know how to use a cell phone in very early age. These are called cell phones because they put you into a cell, like you are jailed. And so this mother, she's a single mother, she's from Nepal. She's trying to help her daughter overcome these issues by spending money, things that she did not notice in the beginning. But this could happen to any one of our children. So on top of all this happening, being 13-year-old, they don't listen to the parents. That also is a little problem at home, because when mother tells the daughter to stop using the cell phone, the daughter has to go into Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and multiple different ways to distract herself. So her grades are not that great now. This is not about you at all. This is just something general, that this could happen to any child. And on top of having a pandemic, what I learned is that we are also dealing with an infodemic. Infodemic is so much information coming our way. We always have the desire to check the next notification, to see, who posted what and who lives where, who ate what and who wears what, and all this information that is completely unnecessary comes to our hand. So we are dealing with so much information, what's happening in Tennessee, what's happening in Arizona, what's happening in England, all that information that, that's accessible to us very easily using a cell phone. So when teaching our children, I think parents and children both parties need to be little mindful about uh, the middle path that we need to follow as Buddhists. Because a small child, everyone has this intelligence, which I like to highlight. This intelligence can get hijacked by computer games, by electronics, by hormones, by emotions like anger sometimes, because of all the chemicals working in the body. And when you really don't notice it early in your life, we tend to act grumpy, we tend to act with self-judgment and low self-esteem or high self-esteem, egoistic actions, and not necessarily following our brain, using the brain as we follow our heart. The heart will tell us to eat so much of ice cream, but if you do that, you're going to get dizzy and your memory will be bad, and all of that will be happening without you noticing them. So follow your heart is a millennial trap, which we need to notice. The Buddha never said to follow your heart. The Buddha said, be mindful and be consistent. You can be so smart, but if you are not consistent in your studies, in your schedule, in your whatever you play, soccer or anything that you play, if you are not consistent, you are not going to produce great results. So you may be enthusiastic in reading a book today and you forget about it, and you again open it 3 months later and you forget what is there in the book. So consistency is key. And we find different excuses. When we use the cell phones, we say, Mom, I'm reading a book in my cell phone. And you can really think whether you are actually doing it or you are lying. And now that comes down to your discipline, the 5 precepts. When you begin lying that you are doing something else and you are telling something else, and this is also going to affect your personality, because you are tricking others to get what you want. You will always get what you want, but you will not be in the most desirable goal in your life. So as monks living in the West, we always notice sometimes children breaking house rules, not appreciating the sacrifices that the parents have done, and not having the heart of a Buddhist child brings issues to the family. They start worrying, and your tata's hair will turn grey, and amma's face will lose that brightness because they start worrying about you. And you don't want that to happen. Because we know you are a wonderful, wonderful child in this family, born to talented parents who have skills, and you need to sharpen these talents. So when sharpening these talents, you see, you have to find the motivation in you and see whether you are doing what is beneficial to yourself, what is beneficial to the family, what is beneficial to the society, and what is beneficial to your future. Because it is going to be your life, not mom's life, not dad's life, not my life. It's going to be your life. It's like crafting something beautiful, and if you don't finish it well enough, it's still going to be yours. So, because you are a wonderful kid, we want you to notice these things early in age, and that's why monks come to your house. We want to see you doing wonderful, just like the sweet pudding that mom made. That sweetness, you need to bring it out by working hard. It doesn't happen in one night. It's a project for 18 to 20 years. So the sweetness and delicacy and the beauty in your life happens when you use that intelligence to serve yourself, not anybody else. So last thing I would say is that, we live in our mind, which is an unlimited area. That although we say we live in a home, we live in a school, or we live in a flat or a mansion or a duplex, we live in our mind. So if you are breaking precepts and your discipline is not consistent, you will be living in pieces in your life. You will not be living in peace inside of your mind. So the Buddha tells, it would be wonderful to see what is happening in ourselves and taking the control and being in the middle path toward the right direction. Steering your life's directions to the proper direction is always in your hands. So anything you do, we can do it with 100% attention, but if it is a wholesome thing, it's going to definitely bring you wholesome results. It's like karma and vipaka. When it is good karma, it's going to give you good results. When it is bad karma, it's going to give you bad results. So I think you are learning Dhamma this way too, and also through the Hampasala. So I'll tell Sarnapala Hamduro that I met you, and he will ask me how you are doing, because Sarnapala Hamduro, Nayaka Hamduro, Kasava Pandita Hamduro, this Hamduro, and all of us, want to see you doing wonderful. It's a promise. Okay. එහෙනම් අපි දැන් පින් අනුමෝදන් කරමු. කාලිංග මහත්මයා මෙතන සඳහන් කරලා තියෙන විදිහට දෙමාපියන්ට පින් අනුමෝදන් කරන්නට නන් අයුරින් දාණයට සහභාගී වෙ නැත්නම්ගේ ඥාතීන්ට මිය ගිය අයට දෙමාපියන් ඇතුළු හැමෝටම පින් අනුමෝදන් කරන්නට අද නිවසේට මහා සංඝරත්නය වඩම්වලා මේ නිවසේ පංචශීලය සමාදන් වීම, පිරිත් දේශනාවන්, බුද්ධ පූජාවන් ආදිය සිද්ධ කරලා සංඝ දාන ආදිය මනමින් සිද්ධ කරලා හැමෝම දෑතින් දෝතින් හැකි පමණින් මේ පින්කමට සහභාගී වෙලා අනුග්‍රහ දක්වලා මේ රැස් කර ගන්නට යෙදුණු පුණ්‍ය සම්පත්තීන්, කුසල් සම්පත්තීන් අප නමින් සංසාරේ යම් කෙනෙක් මිය පරලෝසපත් වෙලා ඉන්නවා නම් ඒ ඥාතීන් සෑම දිනෙකම මේ පින් අනුමෝදන් වෙත්වා, භවගාමී ජීවිත සූපත් කර ගනිත්වා, සාන්ත ලක්ෂණ අමා මහ නිවනින් සැනසෙත්වා කියලා පින් දෙන්නට ගාථා කියන්න. ඉදම්මේ ඥාතීනං හෝතු. දෙවියන්ටත් පින් අනුමෝදන් කරමු. මේ නිවසට ඔබ සෑම දිනෙකටම ඉෂ්ට දේවතාවන දෙවිවරු, සම්‍යක් දෘෂ්ටික බුදුන් දුටු දෙවිවරු, සියලුම දෙවි දේවතාවුන් වහන්සේලා මේ පින් අනුමෝදන් වෙත්වා. දෙවියන්ගේ දිව්‍ය සම්පත් දියුණු කර ගනිත්වා. ඒ වගේම දෙවියනුත් නිවනින් සැනසෙත්වා කියලා අදහස් කරගෙන පින් දෙන්නට ගාථා කියන්නේ. ඊතාවතා චම්මේහි. හොඳයි. අනතුරුව මේ පින් අනුමෝදන් වන්ට යෙදුණු දෙවියන්ටත් ඥාතීන්ටත් අපටත් මෙපින් බලෙන් උතුම් නිවන් සුව සැලසේවා කියලා සාදු කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. අභිවාදන සීලිස්ස නිච්ඡං වද්දාපචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩහන්ති ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාෝග්‍ය සම්පatti සග්ග සම්පatti මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සම්පatti විනාතේ සමිජ්ජතු.